I can read the comments, right? So there may be comments in there that we all want to do. So welcome.
Hey, Deke, real quick. Okay, now I see it. It's under CA Recruits, is what it was.
It's on my page under CA Recruits. Yep, because
okay.
Turn the volume down. There.
I
don't know. It just told me now. It's sorry they were having problems playing the video, but regardless, we are live. Whenever people get on, they'll get on. So welcome everyone to Blacktion Plan. This is a networking group of entrepreneurs, inventors, creators, people from all around the country. We got a number of different people on. I am going to come on today as your host to really just talk to you, to people and every one of you guys that join us tonight about different businesses, about a number of different things that are happening that you might be able to uplift in your community. This is a bi-weekly group that will be meeting and others can join in. I'm just happy to see all those that we were able to reach out to come on. I know a number of you that follow me that have asked me a number of times about. It's on my page on the CA Recruits. Different types of businesses, the different types of opportunities. I've talked to a number of families that said, I want to get into insurance. This new one, which I'm going to allow, it's new to me. I'm going to allow you guys to allow this group to go first and talk about cryptocurrency, and I'm going to give them the floor to do so. And I'm really, really excited to hear. We also have Ty Green, who is going to speak to us about software and media and where that is going in the world and how you may be able to bless your family, your community. Eric Muhammad, who is amazing when it comes to nonprofits and nonprofit businesses and starting them and getting them going. And so he's going to speak with us as well. So a number of different people. Michael Harrison is in all the way. Mike, where are you at in Texas? What part?
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas.
In Fort Worth, where the great Dallas Cowboys are right aware. And, we're praying for Dak Prescott, and but he's going to be talking to us. He's in the real estate, and he's buying, flipping, and doing stuff. So got a number of people. Then we got. He coached to me. That's Coach Chuck all the way over in Hawaii. And Coach Chuck, whatever you're doing, we try to figure it out so we can make sure we can get over to Hawaii and we can get some cryptocurrency. We can buy some property. We can set up a nonprofit. We can do whatever it is. We can we can set up a media company. But we're blessed to have you here with us. And now David's coming on as well. So I want to get a floor to Jamal and Angela. No, it's not an album. It's not Renee and Angela. It is not. It's not. Peaches and Herb. They're going to give you the blessing. So I want to give them the floor and talk about their company along with is James still yeah, he's still there.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm still here.
Let's go with James can talk about the company and where it's going. Help us understand your business and welcome to Blacktion Plan. Y'all are part of Blacktion Plan. It's the Blacktion Plan.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for having us. James, thanks for the invitation. Guys, it's actually a pleasure to meet you all and seeing the faces on my screen and knowing what you guys do. Yeah, it's a very proud moment to see this. So I will tell you, thank you for allowing us and being in the presence of some greatness right here. So hopefully some of that'll rub off on us and we can take that with us once we get out of here. Reverend Dejan, if I say that right, but yeah, we're excited to share this opportunity that we came across about 7 weeks ago. Right?
About 8 weeks ago.
Almost 8 weeks now?
Mm-hmm.
About 8 weeks ago, that's really been a true blessing for our household and our families and our family. And I'm excited to be able to share that with everyone else so that you can get an opportunity to at least give you a high level overview of kind of what we're doing and the things that James and Angela are involved in. The name of the platform is called Forsage Tron. Now, there are several platforms that deal with cryptocurrency and things like that. And this is one of the ones that we actually found to be very, well,
extremely
extremely successful
successful
for us.
in a short amount of time, dealing with the cryptocurrency Tron. Everyone is familiar with Bitcoin because that hit the scene and made a huge splash. But we were afforded the opportunity to be involved in a platform called Forsage Tron, and it deals with the cryptocurrency Tron, and it's TRX.
That's a symbol.
That's the symbol for it.
Now I'm gonna share our screen just to kind of go through this a little. We just kind of trunked a little bit of the of some of the presentations that we give, and we really condensed it so that you guys get a higher level overview. It's not a full presentation because I want to keep y'all the hour that we usually deliver this in, but it will give you a greater overview of how it works and what it is. If I can go ahead and share this.
I just made it shareable, so I think you're okay.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Need to blow my screen up and press play here.
Yep, there it is.
All right. You think I know something about this Zoom, right? All right. So Forsage Tron. Forsage Tron is in the website you can actually see the website of the platform is called forsagetron.io, and that's spelled FORSAGETRON.io. And what it is a decentralized crowdfunding platform. Forsage Tron is we use cryptocurrency called Tron, and it's a decentralized market. So basically what we do, we use revolutionary smart contract technology, which provides this, I'm reading this a little bit right here so you can see this. It provides decentralized market participants with the ability to directly engage in personal and business transactions. It's a decentralized matrix project. Project smart contract is publicly and perpetually available to view on the Tron blockchain. And I'm gonna tell you guys, just so you get an idea, I knew nothing about cryptocurrency before I started doing this 8 weeks ago. Absolutely. I knew what Bit was, I knew what coin was. Put them together, you had Bitcoin, something new and different. Let's play and see what happens, right? But this right here, this platform, is not a business. So when you talk about platforms, there's no central authority, no CEO or management team that manages this platform. It's not a business, an investment. You will not get a 1099 at the end of the year. It is a international platform, so people around the world, not just where you're at. Literally, this is a global opportunity. Are welcome. So if you're new to the cryptocurrency world, welcome, just like you are. Welcome, just like you get to introduce you to a little bit something new. You expand your horizon on what's coming up in your near future, whether you realize it or not. It's gonna happen. There's no stopping this train, and the fiat and the dollar is gonna change. If you might have noticed, it's changed already with the during the coronavirus. How many businesses do you know are accepting change? How many businesses you know, like right now, how many are actually taking dollars? There's more. You got a card, or you got Apple Pay, you got Venmo, you got anything other than handing cash to them. Right now, you don't need to understand the technology behind cryptocurrency to get started. We all operate things we really don't understand how they work. I mean, I've got a Keurig machine that you put a cube in there, you put it in there to turn it on, and you got coffee. I don't know how it works, I don't know what it does, but I do know that it works. And with this platform, we have learned that it does work. Now, this high-level overview is going to explain to you how we actually get paid using cryptocurrency. But talk a little bit about international crowdfunding.
Some of the highlights that really attracted us to the platform were zero risk factors. So this company launched July 25th, 2020. The platform and the developers deployed a self-executing smart contract on the Tron blockchain that exists in perpetuity and cannot be modified by any entity. So basically what that means, no one could hack your smart contract, no one can get into your wallet, no one could attack your money. And with fraud and scammers on the loose and on the prowl trying to find a way to make a dollar, this is amazing. You get instant peer-to-peer payments as you're going through the platform, meaning that there's no middleman. There's no Venmo, there's no Cash App, there's no PayPal waiting to get money. As soon as someone touches one of your properties that you're purchasing, digital currency, as we call them, you're immediately getting money in your wallet. Transparency and anonymity. Your personal information is not being displayed on anyone's platform. You're a number. You're number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's number 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So your identity is completely anonymous.
So just so you said you were on the website checking it out a little bit, you actually see our numbers are on that website, on the front page of the website from the success we've had from this.
Immunity. Go ahead if you want to go ahead and jump.
Immutability basically means it can't be changed. It's recorded on the block. The blockchain is one of the most secure ways of handling contracts with different people. And with that, once you have a smart contract, what you got to understand, we're talking about smart contracts and all this, and we're talking about digital assets. All right, and now we'll break it down to what that actually means. I know it's kind of like what y'all talking about, but I'll get to it. But one big thing, when you have a smart contract and you're purchasing this digital asset, so imagine you purchase this hotel, and basically with that hotel, you own that hotel for the rest of your life. You can will this hotel to your kids, your grandkids. It is something that you own, and you can put in your will and pass it on to generations to come. So the things that we're talking about, you actually own for life. Now, so the hierarchy, there's no hierarchy, organized hierarchy with this platform. It's basically an algorithm that keeps track of how you get paid from the participants, and it's done automatically. And then you have transactional surety, which means basically everything's recorded and can't be changed. That's just to give you a quick overview. That's basically exactly what it means. It's recorded, can't be changed. It is locked down. Nothing can happen with that. So give you an idea, this is numbers I pulled from yesterday. These are the actual real numbers. And these numbers have changed since yesterday, about 1,700 more since yesterday. All participants, people that are participating in it, yesterday it was 72,626, today it's 73,000 some number. I just hadn't updated this PowerPoint. New for the day, yesterday was 1,286, today was 1,700 people that actually joined. So people
are joining all day long. People are constantly joining this platform daily, and the numbers increasing day to day.
Now you see that number, that big number that says only earn TRX, right? That's a huge number. So let's go to the number we understand. Earned during the day, US dollars, USD, we understand USD. USD is $47,307,460. And remember, it started in July 25th, 2020.
So we were fortunate we want to give a little testimony on why we were attracted to the platform as a husband and wife.
Go ahead.
In our household, we have been on this platform for a little, I would say 8 weeks. It was 8 weeks. 8 weeks.
It'll be 8 weeks for you on
Monday. It'll be 8 weeks for me on Monday. I have brought in $178,000.
Whoa.
In 8 weeks.
Come on. I don't think that.
In your account?
In my account.
I don't think, look, there's pictures just popped up.
Yeah, in my account,
Get up
personally, 178,000, and this is US dollars. We're not talking Tron. I'm talking US dollars in my account. And I decided,
Time out.
I started with $1,000 investment. And over that 8-week period, I was able to make $178,000.
What the fuck?
No, we're not done.
We're not done. So we are very competitive in our household. So everything I do, my husband feels that he always wants to one up me.
Oh, wait, time out.
Hold on. I have a question. I'm Ty. I've been trading Bitcoin since living in San Francisco, Silicon Valley since 2009. Used to mine Ethereum. Why did you choose a layer on top of a platform on top of a currency as opposed to trading the currency or mining it?
That's my question.
Because I
That's
mine,
my
I
question.
used to mine. I stopped mining. We did very well, and Bitcoin was lovely, and Ethereum was even lovelier. So why did you choose a platform and then transferring your currency into a fiat, which is taxable in this country, unless you did something in Malta or Bermuda or Panama? I mean, what, if you don't mind me asking, just why?
No,
It's
absolutely.
it sounds like Ty, like they said it was decentralized.
No,
That's
no,
what it sounds like is the key to it.
No,
Because I'm in Bitcoin right now.
all cryptocurrency, well, the cryptocurrencies that I'm aware of are all decentralized, immutable, and of smart contracts. That's the whole reason why it's what makes it cryptocurrency. Although the federal government in the United States tried to make it currency in 2014 by passing a law by saying current cryptocurrency is not currency, but it's actually property, so they can tax it. That's why many colleagues included, we do things all over the world. So everything is decentralized. So we don't have any central hub, even though Jamie Dimon from Goldman Sachs, not Goldman, Chase.
Chase.
Tried to get
JP
it.
Morgan Chase.
JP Morgan Chase got into it. And after he renounced it, and then he joined it, and then they just sold their whole holdings to another company. So I just want to know, why are you choosing this Forsage umbrella as opposed to just mining or trading Tron directly? Which Tron right now, if I haven't looked at it.
0.27?
It's 0.27. I can answer that. For us, this was a
0.027.
it was an
Two cents.
easier platform for us to understand, and
Okay.
for those who don't have time to trade it, to mine it, to understand the complexity behind this. This platform is more laid out for the average everyday person who don't have a lot of time to do that.
We
So
don't
for
really
us,
understand it.
it was a no-brainer.
Understood.
So
So
no,
with that,
$178,000 off $1,000. I'm really,
listen to my husband. Listen
It
to
got
my
my
other
attention
half.
too.
My other half.
So, initially when she brought this to me, I was like, no, I just can't, because we tried the gifting flowers and all that, the boards and all that. I was like, yeah, no, I'm
Huh?
good,
You want me to get her down?
No, I'll get her down.
Okay.
Okay. So,
David, turn your phone down, please.
yeah, I was just like, I said, you know what? Let me listen to it. Let me listen to the presentation. Let me see what's going on. I heard it and was like, wait a minute, this just made, it was like she said, Todd, it was simple. It made sense. I was like, okay, this makes sense. I'm not a crypto guy, but this is a great entryway to actually learn how to do it and how crypto works. Well, I got in and I said, man, you know what? This is actually neat. This is great. So then became competition. I'm a winner. This is what I do.
Oh my
Is that right? So I actually got in, and I've actually earned right about $202,000 in the past 7 weeks.
Is it become a taxable event when you change it from crypto to fiat?
Now here's the thing: when I'm doing it,
Are you overseas with your? You don't have to tell me.
no, I'm going to tell you because my biggest thing is I'm still learning my tax piece because I'm putting money away. I put money away for taxes so I could talk to my accountant. My thing was, if I didn't make money, I wouldn't have to pay taxes. So I was like, it's a good problem for me to have. And then now, and as long as I'm frugal about what I'm doing and putting it up, push it aside. I'm not, we're not the average people. You get a bunch of money and you go spend it and blow it. I have most of that still till I can figure out how I need to maneuver and place it to do what I need to do with it so I can do it the right way.
This is keep in mind, this is our first journey in the international crowdfunding crypto space. So we're learning. So as we're making money, we're putting money up so that when it comes time to pay taxes, that we know that we're covering it, because this is our first time doing it. So for us, it's a learn process, but it's been a great process for us because we're a little shy of 400,000 in 8 weeks in our household.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
Can I ask a question for the average person? Like, I'm getting people on my phone. Is this actual 400,000? Is this $400,000 that you guys have in actual US dollars? Like
Yes.
they're I think they're mixed up.
Screenshot your account. No.
Look, I don't want to give anybody my phone number and my account. And next thing you know,
Our account is hacked. But yeah, it's actual US dollars. And we didn't expect this type of success with this platform because we didn't know what we were getting into. Again, it's an amazing platform. So for us, you know, James is involved as well. It's an amazing platform. And a lot of people don't take the time to learn how to do it. For us, like we said, we wanted to understand cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin and all that, but this just made it was an easier way for us to understand, because basically what we're doing is you're buying digital assets. We're going to continue through the presentation to kind of talk about the different ways to earn, but what you're doing is you're buying digital assets. The name of the game, what we call it Trinopoly. It's like you're buying property, and every time someone lands on your property, you're making money. The end game is to buy all 24 assets. And once you get all 24 assets, every time someone lands on your spot, it's just pure profit for you.
So y'all got hotels and all that on there, Monopoly.
Exactly. That's basically what it's like. You're buying digital real estate, and every time someone lands on your property within this matrix system, you're getting money that's going directly, immediately to your Tron wallet. So we want to continue with the presentation because we don't want to take up too much time. Go ahead.
Y'all could take up as much as my time as y'all want. $100,000 in 8 weeks. Let's go. I'm not playing.
I know you guys are gonna get to it. We want to make sure bi-weekly, if we get one of you guys on here, we want to add people. We want to be a part. So as you go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you, what's one of the best things I like about the whole platform, this whole thing, is the fact that it's the community. And I'm like probably most of you guys on the call, I'm a coach by trade. You know, I coach sports, and my whole thing is I was a varsity basketball coach for 15 years. So I love seeing people develop and become better. And now that I get partner with my wife to do the same thing at a larger scale, that's what it's about for us. So, you know, but going back to the presentation, you can get an idea. So there are multiple ways to earn. Multiple ways to earn. And some of the first way to earn, and it's called inviting people. You know, if you invite people to the platform through a referral link, you get a referral link. One of the biggest things for us to easy to invite people, because we share our success.
We share success. We
and
have
it's like
weekly opportunity calls. So we invite people to understand the platform, where we deep dive into what the platform is about. But when someone joins the platform, that's one of the ways that you make money.
another way is by helping your enrollees invite people to grow their own networks. Of course, like we said, building a community.
Building a community. It's a crowdfunding platform. So when there's an X4 matrix, you're making money off of everyone that's on that platform. So that's the community crowdfunding platform. It's an algorithm that not one person mandates. The system mandates it. So it's an algorithm that determines when someone hits your spot on X4, you're getting money. So it's and you might wake up one day and just have all this money in your wallet, which is to the next thing. It's we call it spillage or overflows. Spill under, where you're getting money where you really just don't know where it's coming from. It might be from the person that brought you in. It might be from someone who's up underneath you, but you open up your wallet. It might be someone next to you. You open your wallet and you're like, man, I got $1,000 in my wallet. That's a beautiful thing, to open up your wallet and to see that you have money and you didn't do anything.
Like, let me give you the daily, my number one day I've had was a $13,000 day, and I made that in about 2 hours.
So
just from people hitting his property, hitting his spot.
So help me understand this, because I probably sold Noni juice, Amway, soap, I've had everybody come to, I done sold every type of vitamin that you want me to, omnitrition, understand. So I become angel's advocate in this because I'm getting texts right now. Sounds like a pyramid. Sounds like this, sounds like that. Help us understand the difference, because there's people who, like, I'm a salesman. So anytime somebody sees me, they go, "Oh, John, you can get people. You can do this. Here, we got this. You need to come
Hey,
to."
John. Hey, can I say this?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let me say this to that. To be very honest, I'm on another platform that I'm trading Bitcoin, right? So, brother called me one day and say, "Hey, Big E, hey, here goes such so and so, man. I jumped in there and I did it. I learned all the particulars later." Ty Green called me today with an opportunity. He sent me over some info. He was on his bike, and Ty, when we get off, I need to get back on with you. But I said, Ty, I'm in, right? But them telling me right now that they made $187,000, I really don't need so many of the details. I'd rather get online with them later. Like, I'm going to trust Ty, because Ty, this is the industry, this is what he did. He said, Big E, this is the deal. I'm getting on tonight. As soon as I get off the phone with him, I'm gonna probably drop about $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 what's in it, and I'm rolling. But a lot of times, Dijon, and I'm saying this for a reason, but Dijon, a lot of times, these is our people, right? They said they just made $187,000 in a very short period of time. The details comes later. If for them emailing me, I just need y'all to email me right now. The info, I'm getting on and I'm gonna figure it out. See, that's the problem with a lot of our people. We miss opportunities. We got 50 questions right now. I'm telling Ty, I told Ty, email me that information, man. I'm on. He sent me a deck. When I get off the phone, I'm putting money in, period, point blank. Biggie, this is gonna be big. Okay, Ty, I'm in.
So every job that a human being goes to is a pyramid.
There you go.
Thank you, Ty.
That thinking is just asinine. I build companies, whether from the ground up or the other. It's all a pyramid. When a human being goes to work for some other entity, they are working in a pyramid.
Yes.
Whether it's a public company or a private company, it's a pyramid, and it's not a bad thing. I don't know where people are getting this from.
Plus, what I will say real fast is, Robert Kiyosaki talked.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The reason why everybody, the working class, I'll go over this real quick. The working class, everybody knows, working class is used to working, having a job, getting a 401k. Okay. That's the working class.
Yep.
People don't think that way.
We just told you the other day.
Money make money for them. Robert Kiyosaki said in the book, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So these things, and then there's the business owner, okay, who leverages other people's time for their money.
Of course.
While they do the things that they do. And then there's the investor like us. Okay,
correct.
Money makes money for you
by leverage.
Exactly. And the thing that I love about that is money don't have an attitude, money don't sleep, money don't miss work, money don't ask for lunch breaks.
$20 trillion circulating every single day all over the world, and it's always looking for a home to get a vig. It's constantly circulating, and I swim with the sharks.
Exactly.
I told, and James's point is so exact. Wow. And I think I say this to you, Dijon, the people that are W-2 people, right? People like me and like us, or like whoever on here that's entrepreneurs. See, W-2 people pay into the system, and people that are business owners pull off of those W-2 people. It's just it's exactly what it is. It's like Ty says, like it's really, if you just understand just the hierarchy. And like Ty said, it's all a pyramid in and of itself. Yeah, I'm not the guy that go knock on people's doors and calling 50 people like, yo, man, buy this juice from me, right? That's just not how I plan to operate that type of pyramid. But at the end of the day, I understand that W-2 people feed into the system, and that's just what they do. And it just creates more opportunity for business owners and entrepreneurs. And that's just the fact. I just don't think that we really understand that yet. But James, I just wanted to coattail because that's an excellent point, man. It's very true. Ty as well.
And I will say this, you got, like I said, my wife brought me in, but I've out-earned her.
So pyramids or Ponzi's or however else that people want to label things is generally the person at the top. He's beneath me and he's made more money than I have. So one thing that we don't do is when someone has that mentality, well, this is a pyramid, it's a Ponzi, we're going to let you sit with that. I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything. Do your research, figure it out. If you want to be a part of it, get back to me, let me know. If not, because that one person will be the one person that will be a thorn in your side. It's a Ponzi, or I'm not making as much as you, and it's just not.
James.
And I want to clarify this and let you guys go. Blackship Plan is about that. It's Blackship. It's action. If you don't think you want to be a part of the action, this is not the networking group you want to be a part of. Everybody here, we bring people here that want to be a part of something and move forward. I am here to learn. It's $1,000. He is going to bless me with my first $1,000 to go on with and we are going right? Hey, go ahead, keep going on.
So James, what is your wife's name again?
Angela.
Earlier, I had this exact same conversation what you just said with E and Dejan about there are many people. Dejan asked me a question about sharing information. We don't share information. And my response is what Angela said in a nutshell is, oftentimes we're trying to explain what Rocky Road ice cream tastes like to people who don't know what chocolate is.
Right.
I'm not going to explain what chocolate is.
Right.
I'm just not going to explain. People are like, when you got left behind, hey, there's a group of people that get it. You can call them regular folks, people on this session, talented intent, whatever you want to call them. Call them that. And we're going to go on and then, we'll leave the seeds for others to kind of get there.
Yeah.
Eric Thomas explains it as simple. It's the 1%. And the 1% is starting to become the 0.5% because the other people, they starting to get real crazy in their mind as well. So I got you.
And like Angela was saying, there will be some people you will spend more energy, and Angela didn't say this, but I gather you'll spend more energy trying to convince people that water is good for you, and they're sitting there looking at you. Oh no, I'm not going to jump into that. I've never seen that before. I'm not going to go there. And I was just like,
yep.
They talk themselves out of opportunities.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jamal. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem. The last way, well, not the last, another way you make, again, it's market appreciation and kind of time. You can look at that. You saw that the cost of Tron is 2 cents.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
2.7 cents.
I met the Justin Cat. He came to San Francisco.
Okay.
Founder of Tron.
Okay, son. Yep.
Yeah, Justin's son.
Yep. So that's the other way.
It's got a lot of room to grow. I mean, the highest that I believe it's hit and historically is 30 cents. I think it's 30 cents. And it took a dip and now it's at 2 cents at this point.
Best time to buy.
And
exactly.
If Tron is forked, which means it splits,
Yep.
winner, chicken dinner, winner.
So Angela and Jamal, we want to move forward, but we want to get the information. How can we get people to find you? Because my phone is over here like.
Just jump to the last slide because it has James and our information.
Well, let me tell them about that all of this is done from your phone.
All of it is done from your phone.
So there's no limitations. The only person that's going to limit you from doing this, that's almost $400,000 in our house from
our phone.
Cell phones.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
You know, this is an iPhone X. When it first came out, it was $1,000. I said, we can make this phone make us some money if we're gonna buy this phone. And he said, bring in a lot more than $1,000. And it's
do it
done that.
Or your Cricket? Can you still do it from one of those?
You do it from
You can do it from a Cricket phone.
You can do it from a Cricket phone, as long as it's not a flip phone.
Everybody on every level. Boost,
Right.
Cricket, all of it, it works.
All you need is just a digital wallet and your password and never lose it. So in the event you change phones or whatever, just download another wallet and make sure you use the correct password to log into your digital wallet.
It goes from wallet to wallet.
I'm in Coinbase, and Coinbase doesn't support Tronics. So I got it.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Coinbase does not support it.
Now I will say this: Tron Wallet has, you can use Tron, but you can actually swap in your Tron wallet for Bitcoin, whatever in Tron, and send it to your Coinbase.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And vice versa. You can buy Bitcoin and send it to your Tron wallet and purchase Tron through the Tron wallet that way.
And that's one of the things in our onboarding and training sessions that we offer. We explain to members how to do that.
I will put my Dijon wallet, and y'all put some of that 400,000 in that wallet.
We got you. We got you.
That's it. But go ahead. And,
All right. I'm gonna
Hey, Dijon Cordell. Hey, Dijon, this is Cordell.
Yep. I can't hear you.
I can't hear him.
No, I said, Dijon, this is Cordell. Hey, you know how cheap I am, and they got me to get into the Tron. So
I was gonna say,
hey, it's something good about
Just gotta go.
So it was really,
it, man. You know how I am.
I got you.
is the best thing real fast. I ended up linking up with Jamal and Angela through a mutual friend of ours. And then Cordell is part of our team also. And that's the great thing, the fortunate thing that we're able to do. Ladies and gentlemen, understand, we are all helping each other. Jamal and Angela, we talk on a daily basis. They have really been great and outstanding mentors to me. You know, I was wading through this thing, and I've made a few $1,000s just wading through, not really knowing. And they're in the process of training me to understand. I've made my initial investment, be honest with you, 5 times over, all right, in the last 5 weeks. So I've been investing Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Ethereum, all the cryptos. And the thing that I will say is your return on your investment and how fast it's going right now because of this platform, it really puts people in a position in order to be successful. And the great thing is everybody is helping everybody within the community. And that's the awesome thing. And I'm just excited. You know, Jamal and Angela are constantly training me on this. I'm training Cordell, all right? And we need this community stronger and stronger for the digital assets and to be able to diversify our portfolios, as everybody understands on here, how you get your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Our economy, we already know what our economy is looking like.
Right.
So we have to be able to diversify so that we can help those other people that are in our families and in our communities that may not be as versed.
Yep. And to reiterate one of the things that Jamal said at the beginning, and then we'll kind of end, is that you can will this to your family.
Mm-hmm.
So once you purchase these smart contracts, they are yours. So you could not do anything with your smart contracts, walk away from your wallet, go back to it a month later, open it up, and you'll find that you have money in there. And that's the beauty of the platform.
Literally
You
wake
have
up every day and
the opportunity
tell
to
you.
make passive money.
I've gone to bed and had wiped out. I might have $2 worth of Tron. I'll wake up $5,000 ready to go.
And they're not playing. I'm telling you. Same thing.
I am truly excited, man, that you guys would come on and my phone. I mean, my phone is dinging. I'm looking at the comments.
No, we appreciate you giving us the platform to
Platform.
share this opportunity. Thanks to James and thanks to you, Dejan. We appreciate it. And we're happy that we're able to get the word out.
We want, absolutely, and part of this network group, we want you to be a part of this network group because we want to be able to come back and just have a total hour, 2 hour, whatever it may be with you guys on here, because again, we want to share information, build and continue to build. So I'm excited as well to have you guys and want to thank you guys. The numbers are there. You can leave that up there. I copied it. I'm going to put it back on my page. And then if you could go ahead and go from stop sharing, that'd be great. We can
Definitely. This is this screenshot right here is a screenshot that can change your life. Simple as that.
No question. No question.
Well, my life is already, man. Look, somebody, brother, I want in.
And the live mentorship that you're going to get from Angela, Jamal, me, Cordell, we're not going to leave you out once you sign up. We're not going to leave you out in the cold. We're going to teach you the game. We're going to teach you. We're going to help you strategize. We're going to put you in a position to be successful and maximize your profits, all right, within this platform. So it behooves you and family, business like people like ourselves, just make sure you get in contact with us. Sure, we talk at all times. We try and, West Coast to East Coast. We definitely want to stay together, because when this catches fire, all right, we're in the first 100,000 people, okay? They're anticipating that there's going to be 1 million people on this platform, okay? Yeah. Greatest thing is somebody's got to expose them to it. Somebody's got to expose them to it.
So let me ask you guys this, because I'm reading questions now, because as we were sharing, I'm missing. So I got all the people that say they want in. I know those people. I will share their information with you guys. We'll go from there. My brother Derek is in South in Miami. Same thing. You guys can mentor him same way, Zoom, whatever it may be. He can sign up, do whatever he needs to do in the same way.
Absolutely. We're I'm here in Denver, Colorado at this point.
Oh, okay.
I've been, as you know, D, I've been over in California. The basis of the people that I deal with on a day-to-day basis goes from all the way from Georgia, Atlanta, Florida, DC, New York, all the way over to the Bay Area, LA, San Diego. So it really puts you in a position where the virtual platform really puts us in a position where there's no person that we cannot touch and we cannot mentor. We also have international. We have stationed overseas.
Okay, as well as my brother Chuck that's in Hawaii. He's like, what I got to do? So I want to make sure everybody joins. As you are part of Black Action Plan, Angela and Jamal are part of Black Action Plan. So we're gonna go up under your platform. We don't know nobody else. We know you. So this is how we want to do this. We're coming up under you. So when we get off here, I'm gonna email you, text you guys. So myself, E, and all these people here who are really serious about it. And is there minimum cost of 1,000 or is it 500? Where I know you said you did 1,000. Where's a minimum part to be a part of?
In all honesty, the most of the people in our group started with $1,000, but we tell people to start with what you feel comfortable with. You can start with $100. And Jamal has someone on his team that he has coached and mentored from $100 who is now sitting on level 11, and there's only one other level to go on the platform, which is level 12, and then you will own all of the digital assets. So you could start with a minimum of $100, which will get you the first boards on the top and bottom, or you can start with $1,000, whatever you feel comfortable starting with, and you grow from there. And we will work with you through each phase to help you maximize your dollar.
Hey, I got a real quick question, if I may, Jamal, Angela, real fast, is because sometimes like for example, I got some money sitting in Bitcoin, and sometimes it's an issue cashing out, quote unquote, with some of these platforms. So how does, if you can speak to that real fast, because my thing of it is I'm not getting ready to leave $180,000 sitting nowhere, like in space nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
for me, in my mind, because I'm like where this economy is going, I've started purchasing physical gold. Like people, they buy gold in the stock market. But I'm telling you right now, if you cannot get to this and his Wi-Fi's and phones is shut down, then what? So I'm not interested in that type of having it there. So I want to cash out. And if I gotta go, if I can go buy me some gold bullions, that's my angle. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So just to answer that,
Gold.
I see you, Ty.
There you go, Ty.
I've been doing this for about 5
Ty,
years.
they said, so look, Ty, right now it's that. Let me tell everybody, it's at $2,000 an ounce. I bought I think the other day, like me and my wife, we probably bought about 5 or 6 1 ounce gold bullions.
And I don't want contracts. I want physical gold.
There you go. They are saying that it's going to be $2,500 by the end of the year. I'm telling you right now. I'll put the website in the thing. Buy it. Even if you buy silver. Do not trust the fact that because again, if these phones shut down and we got all this money in virtual space someplace, it doesn't make sense. And I think this is intelligent, right? That you got to figure out what to do with that quickly because we just don't know. There's a lot of volatility right now in this whole society. So I just think we have to be smart, but I definitely want to put that out there. And Ty, I'm glad you pointed that out, my brother.
Ty,
Just so you know that, just to answer that question for you, Eric, the biggest thing is like we have people come in all the time, all day, every day. So there's several ways you can cash out your money in a sense. Number one, the easiest way is peer-to-peer. As people are joining up every day, every hour, all day, every day, people need Tron. Those who have Tron to sell.
There isn't a day that doesn't start for us where someone doesn't email, text, or call us and say, "Do you have Tron to sell?"
What's your question?
Is because we have reached the highest level that you could possibly reach. We're like the Tron bank, so we get hit every day. Do you have Tron? So for us, you need Tron to join the platform. Sure, we'll sell you the Tron. Send me a Cash App, send me a PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. However, you miss all of the transaction fees from someone trying to buy Tron through Bitcoin or Coinbase or Cash App. There's no transactional fees. It's peer-to-peer. So you want $1,000 in Tron, Zelle me $1,000. I'll put $1,000 of Tron in your Tron wallet. Boom.
Hey, Deshaun, what was your question, Deshaun? You're about to say something.
I said you were coming. You're next. I just want. That's all.
Hey, Deshaun speaking, and I started off with $300. I started off with $300 going in. So I think I'm at level 5 right now. And my goal with James was to put $100 a month in and go up. So it's work. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be one that's gonna start from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Megatron. I'm trying to get in it, man. Let's get it.
Hey, and I will tell you this. We thank Cordell and D because of our coaching lineage. All right. We just found Jamal coach too. The lineage of the coaches, the word of mouth, being able to be put on this platform. Cordell called me, hit me this morning. Jernigan, we already know our background. It was just easy, and it was like, say less. All right. But the thing is, we're all going to grow together. Like I talked, Cordell, Jamal and Angela are bringing me up. I'm bringing Cordell up. Okay. And those people that joined the platform with us, all right, there have been times when we're going to make sure, well, how much do you need to buy the next asset? And it's not uncommon that we say, well, hey, okay, you're a little short, I got you. You know, and I'm just being honest. I'm being very transparent when I say that because we know that those digital assets are going to grow and we're all going to benefit and grow from the opportunity itself. So it's a help, it's a community. All right. And I've just been so excited over the last 5 weeks that I've been involved. Like I said, I've made a few $1,000s. And once you see it, ladies and gentlemen, you can't unsee it. All
That's
right.
the problem right there. You
That's the
cannot
problem.
unsee it.
That's the problem. Well, man, I appreciate you guys. Want you guys to stay right there because we got some other people in. Ty Green is a software and media, as well as he reads a ton of books. He knows about. He's my go-to. Like I'm gonna call Ty about whatever. I need an app created, website, a number of different things that I might do. But he's an amazing person. He has he has a number of networks. I am actually putting them in the feed right now for other people to see. So if you are I would say after Ty finishes telling us and talking to us about what he does, how he does, and how it can benefit us and our community in the entertainment world, we'll go from there. Ty Green, everyone. Go ahead, Ty. Talk to us.
Greetings, guys. Thanks for your time. Quickly, I run a software company. Living in Silicon Valley since the 80s, building companies, software developer myself, engineer for many years, product designer. Apple and Cupertino, a lot of B2C companies you've heard of. 2006, started my consultancy called Exthusia, building enterprise solutions for Fortune 100 companies. Clients are Berkshire Hathaway, AIG, Geico, Boeing, HP, on and on, building out their enterprise. And then I've worked in the startup space. My last exit was $15 million for a company we founded called in 2013. So I shuttled between Silicon Valley and Los Angeles. That's why I turned you onto that thing yesterday. Today, a buddy of mine said, "Hey, I'm in on this deal right here. You want to get in?" I was like, "What?" He sent it to me. He sent it to me on WhatsApp, actually. He's like, "Yo, I'm on this deal." He sent it to me Saturday, actually. And I'm like, "Yo, I'm in. We're going to syndicate this deal." So anyway, in 2015 or 16, I forget, after my last exit, a buddy of mine said, "Hey, I'm in on this deal right here. You want to?" Hello?
Go ahead. It was the feed. Go ahead.
Okay. I took some of my money and I said, I want to start a media company. And I'm going to start a tech company at the same time. And at the time, I went back to grad school, Carnegie Mellon's, getting a master's in software management. It was like an engineering and MBA in Silicon Valley at their NASA campus. And I won a hackathon, which is a code competition, and raised $1 million in a week from what I built. I was like, okay, all right, let me put grad school on the side a little bit right here and focus on this company. We did very well, raised another 14 million 6 months later, had an exit, wanted to do a media deal. I'm a believer of God. I was on a ski trip. I met some gentlemen who said, "Hey, yo, we'll invest in whatever you got coming." I didn't have anything. 2 months later, I got an opportunity to get my first TV distribution deal on Dish, because I understand that people think content is king, but in reality, distribution is the emperor. And there are only a few people that control distribution for media in the United States. I got that first deal on Dish. Subsequently, I got one on Comcast. Same thing that Byron Allen was trying to do, that he went to the lawsuit. I got it. And now we're closing in on a grandfather deal on on Spectrum, which is used to be Time Warner. And I have a Charter one set up. I currently have 3 TV networks two on broadcast on Comcast and 3 on Roku. And I have a 33 channel carriage deal on Comcast to launch media networks. So that's the media piece. The software piece that we created is called My Choice, which allows people to buy what they see in TV instantly. So literally anything that's in any show that you're watching, you pick up your mobile device, add to your cart, buy it, and it's mailed to your house. This is going to revolutionize and change everything. And that's the long and short. I have slides, but I figured that's just a quick overview.
Okay. And Ty, so for our viewers who may be, we talked about this a little earlier. I do a lot with Ty. most of you guys that know me know that I do a number of things outside of pastoring or ministering now. Motivational speak. I do Christian comedy. I have, I don't know how many shows on your network right now.
Yes, three areas.
So if you have any filmmakers, people that would like to make whatever it may be, Ty, what are you looking for right now as far as content, or what would you be looking to buy or put on any of those platforms? I know you have.
So I pretty much own mostly everything we have, or unless we do a distribution licensing agreement. So we don't buy content, we sell distribution, and then we'll do up to a 20 to 30% rev share after cost of our ad spend. We're right now doing upfronts, which are literally it's a big marketplace where we're selling all of our inventory to brands. Our inventory are here. Well, let me just show it to you. Yeah, that's the easiest way.
And so Ty, one of the things that I, just wanted to, I definitely, know that you have amazing platforms and different things that you have, but we have a lot of people in our community that have tons of great ideas. They have film, they've been to school, but Hollywood, you taught me a lot about what Hollywood does when it comes to us. I don't want to see, some of y'all might need some love and hip hop folks.
Here's the game. Here, let me just tell you the game quickly.
But I'm just saying, there may be people who want to get their information to you and to your channel or to one of your networks. Is there opportunity for people in the community to do so?
Contact at mcmg.us.
Yeah.
Contact at mcmg.us.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Now go ahead and show us a slide.
What we literally do is how do you what is this, share screen?
Yeah.
Is this, I think this is it. Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's look at this. We're actually here, let me publish this, move this out the way. This is actually our upfronts. These are TV shows that we are selling right now. These are all the networks that we own, except I don't own Culture Corner. That's someone else's. And so missing channel. These, where is it? The Missing Channel is an Apostolic Pentecostal Christian network that focuses on real world as opposed to overly preachy. And these are some of the shows that are airing right now. Jadam, Lord Have Mercy is Dejan's shows actually airing right now. Gospel Comedy Drive-Thru is a series of comedic Christian shorts that are running. Gospel Comedy Stylings and Full On. Renovate Plus 8. It's DIY home builders, art of living, volunteerism, traveling the world, mixing tourism with volunteerism. ABCs of Sin, Ascent, Breaking Bread, like a Real Pastors of LA, Cohab, it's like a Big Brother, The Conversion. So you have lots of shows that we are selling our inventory, which is our commercials, to advertisers right now. That's the Christian channel. On the Beat. The Beat is a music channel along the lines of a BET. And this is the actual deck that our brands are receiving right now. That's a media kit for them. Afro Vibes is a African Beat Soul Train, the promoter. So the previews are so that brands can actually take a look at what the show's about. And I love this one has Kristen Milian, Brothers-in-Law, bunch of shows. So we are building a Viacom in essence to actually sell our inventory, and any original production partner like Dejan, we do a variety of distribution deals. If a person is looking for hold on, let me find is this it? Yep, this is it right here. if a filmmaker is looking for a TV show, not film, is looking for a deal, connect with us, talk with us. If we like it, we can work out and sell you what's called a distribution agreement for raising capital. Long and the short, if a person has a wonderful product or idea for a show that we like, for a very small amount of money, we can sell them a distribution escrow holding account where we can give them a 90-day or 120-day letter of credit that they can go out and raise capital against a promise of future distribution in about 80 million households in the United States. It's worked all the time, and it's so we're doing that now, helping content providers raise capital for a promise of just having their products distributed, as well as being able to pay back their investors and have a rate of return for themselves. So, wrong one. Oh, this is where we're distributing Roku, Comcast, Verizon, Boomplay. We also have a music play here where we have distribution agreements with all of these companies right now for distributing all our podcasts, audiobooks globally. Pandora, Tidal, Spotify, Shazam, and on and on and on and on and on. That's our agency. We have a production company, and we own the first cannabis and hemp television broadcast network in America called 420 Entertainment TV. A Good Life. So there's a bunch of them. There's a lot of them, but long and the short, hopefully that answers your question, Dejan. Let me.
It does, and I want people to understand that when you bring up Comcast, you bring up Byron Allen. This is a Black-owned company. So if you know young people that are working, I'm in Bakersfield, that are working in television, that are working, that would like to, that are creating content and they don't know where to land it. I will also be having I own middleman.tv.com. Middleman TV, we put together a number of different shows. We got some other shows coming up. Myself and Daniel Terry, who was on here earlier, we have a show that's called The Circuit. It's a 7-on-7 show.
We're looking forward to it. And the good thing about that, Dejan, your content providers get to own their own intellectual property.
Yes.
So whenever we syndicate it or they choose to syndicate it, they own it in perpetuity.
Yes.
That's what's different than Hollywood. We are not sharecropping over here. We want individuals to become wealthy.
Yes.
Not just, this is not a one-day payday, and this is not a one and done. This is, you own this in perpetuity.
Yeah. And
so if we did a deal in the United States and I said, hey man, I got a deal in all of Europe and the UK for syndication rights, and I will give you X amount of percentage. You're like, okay, cool. Let's run it again. I got a deal in Australia. Let's run it again. I got something happening in Asia. Let's run it again. And you keep and own your own intellectual property.
And that's something that Ty taught me about 5 years ago when I was just pitching shows, trying to sell them, as opposed to now where we are in streaming with Netflix and all these other platforms that people have, that now I own my show. I call and I just pitched him a new comedy show I did about 2 weeks ago, stand up at a Victory Outreach Church. I did like 30 of them. They filmed each one. They gave it to me. I own it. Boom. Ty, I want to put this up.
What I try to teach individuals is how to fish as opposed to giving them a fish. And my ending diatribe here is you license the milk. You never sell the cow.
And so that's it.
The milk is the IP. I'm sorry, the milk is having access to the IP. The cow is owning it. Bada bing.
Yep. And so anyone, while on this platform, as people go back and they look at it, this is something that we want to do. All right. The Huckster, you're in the building. He's in Texas. I don't want him to fall asleep on me. What time is it? Not 10:26 out there. His eyes is getting heavy. So I want to thank Ty. Ty, can you put your information in the chat so I can put it in the feed if you're not on Facebook? So if there's anybody that needs to talk to Ty, you guys, you're gonna run into somebody that says, hey, I'm trying to do a show and I'm trying to do this. I know the perfect person. There it is. You know, I need a distribution deal.
You start.
You're gonna know the perfect person because of Black Action Plan, and that's what we want to be able to do. And so you're gonna be able to get with Ty Green. He has his email here, and
Just put it there.
we're going to put it right in the feed as people are watching, and we go from there. So Michael Harrison, we call him the Huckster. Been knowing him all life. Just my family, y'all. He's in real estate, right? I want to make sure I'm saying it right?
Yeah, well, excuse me. Hey, you guys are blowing it up with this stuff y'all got going. I'm so ignorant to this new arena, but I definitely want to learn. And based off of the information that these people are providing, I'm excited. Now, what me and my wife got going, we actually have a real estate. What we do is wholesale and flip homes. We try to help people out that's that may be losing their home and they're not going to get any money. We make sure that we go in and try to get them some type of money for their home instead of just losing it all the way. I'm gonna let my wife go into more of that. We also have another stream of income coming in called Harrison and Witt, and that company is mostly has to do with assisted living home for medical assistance and for veterans. We have a home right now where we have veterans that receive aid, but you know it may not be enough to get their own home or to get a space to live or something like that. So we'll offer them that. We give them 2 meals a day, breakfast and lunch, and breakfast and dinner. And I'll let my wife explain a little bit more about the Acme Property Solutions.
I have one question before you finish.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
I'm ignorant of the word wholesale, and I always know that I don't know, so I ask, what do you mean wholesale real estate? And you can explain to me like I'm a third grader.
Hi, Ty. So in wholesale and real estate, it's just as if you're wholesaling any other commodity. It's you're buying it at a lower market price. And at that point, you either keep it for yourself, meaning I will find a home. I'm the marketing part of the business, and I look for homes that are distressed, and we try to find homes that are 70% on the dollar, 7 cents on the dollar or under. That
Okay.
would be the one that we are interested in. 50% is what my goal is, but 70% is something that we would look at. And in return, if we're not going to hold on to that home and keep like the ones that we do keep for group homes, we will find an investor that flips homes and doesn't necessarily want to put in the brunt work of finding the homes how we do, because I have so many creative ways that I may do it, whether it's court records, whether it's eviction court, however I decide to go about finding these homes. Flippers don't like doing that, but they do like to have the inventory. So I do have a list of investors that flip homes as well. And I may buy it for $85,000, but if that home after it's repaired is worth $150,000, I'll sell it to another investor that didn't want to find it, and I'll charge him $100,000 for that home. So I do where I find the homes. That's the part of what I do. And then Michael is the one that has what everyone calls Huck. He has the part of the business where he reaches out to our buyers and finds out who's interested. Yeah.
Me.
Oh, I thought that was I'm typing what you're saying. I'm learning.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I do the marketing. I do what we call acquisitions of the business, and where I'll find the home and I'll negotiate it down. I'll try to catch it before it goes to auction, whether it's for taxes, whether it's a pre-foreclosure, whether it's just distressed, where I just found a home that was just looked horrible, and I was able to skip trace and find who that owner was and see if they were interested. You'd be shocked how many homes are just sitting where they were inherited, and somebody might be out of town or something of that sort, and they may be like, I forgot I had that house. My third aunt left me that house and I forgot about it. What do you want for it? So it's a gold mine out there. You just have to be strategic enough to find these homes. Once we find a home, if it does not fit our criteria for a group home, we will send it out to our buyers list. And that's why the more that I'm able to negotiate it down, the better our return is when we do send it to that end buyer on our behalf. So that's for the most part what we do. Right now, we did get into the fix and flip now because now we are acquiring group homes. So I don't, with the market rent and what have you, I wanted to maximize that. Group homes maximize the amount of rent that you get far more than a regular tenant. So I didn't want to be a regular landlord. My family, my grandfather was a landlord and it sucked. But I found this other option and that's the direction we're going.
So you guys in the Fort Worth area, you can, I know, and I'm just gonna call him Huck. I ain't call him Michael. But Huck, you guys are able to help us here in California in the same sense. I know there's different real estate laws and different things. I know you worked here for years. You could help somebody in another area be able to do the same thing. I mean, I know it's going to be a different.
I mean, but wholesaling is wholesaling wherever it's at. If it's in California, the only thing that changes from California to Texas is the numbers.
The price point.
Yeah, the price point. Other than that, everything is exactly the same formula, no matter what.
Okay, and myself and I think you and I talked about it. Me and Big E has talked about it. I have another colleague right now, Daniel Terry, who's on here now. We wanted to get with you about this because we have a number of athletes living in these college towns. And one of our athletes' mom just bought a house in Oklahoma where her son plays running back at the University of Oklahoma. And
that's her friend. Excuse me. That's her friend.
PJ Pleasure's mom?
Yeah, Nakia.
Yeah, okay. So all those people, so now we're trying to figure out how we're going to go. Greg is in South Dakota. We got kids at all these different places, and there's houses that flip next to these colleges, and they're going, hey, you know what? These kids want to live. My son just told me, Dad, I'm trying to get out of these football apartments. I want my own apartment, or we want to buy a house in Nevada, in Reno. And one of his teammates' dad came, bought a house, 5-bedroom, $600 a month through each one of them players. And the house is being paid for on its own. And then there's no taxes. So we definitely want to do something in Reno.
Texas as well.
And then Texas as well. So
no state tax in Texas?
Yeah, we want to do that. We want to make sure we do this. I know Chuck is over in Hawaii, very expensive, but a lot of students want to live off campus, but near.
That's a good idea, though.
We wanted to call college home properties. We were talking about getting with Hug and start, just teaching us to plan. If it is Big E, we gonna keep Big E to his word.
Okay. All right. So Dejan, an idea I started an idea just popped in my head. What you were saying with you and with Michael and his team. Oh, that's not me. All right. You all could literally, you group right here could literally start an MLP, a Masters Limited Partnership. You can look it up, MLP. And it's different than a REIT. They have it only in certain states. You can start an MLP. You can have minority owners that might own 2% or 2%, 3% of the fund, and then majority partners that own all of the assets, but they don't have any power. You literally could set that up with this college properties thing, and in essence, offer student athletes a piece of that so they can buy into that like a REIT, but they're buying into this MOP.
Okay, I'm sorry, Ty.
Yes.
They don't, REIT, I'm not sure if everyone knows what that is, so I don't want you to confuse everyone, but it stands for a real estate investment trust.
Yes. So yes, so an MOP is a master's limited partnership that you all could set up easily, just you all right here on this call, an MLP, and have all these college athletes that want to acquire assets in these towns that they live and go out and acquire properties in your MLP. And then Master's Limited Partnership, MLP. It was put together, I think like 6-7 years ago, no, maybe 8 years ago, by lawyers and CPAs, and they're only in certain states. And MLPs are primarily for real estate and for the oil servicing industry. So your Halliburtons or your large real estate concerns. Now with all these opportunity zones all across the country that Trump created, you could literally set up an MLP under that college brand that you all talked about and run it through opportunity zones and have your students buy in and get a piece of equity in perpetuity by leveraging this platform. We could talk about all this offline. I mean, if you're going to.
So it's somewhat, I'd love to talk to you about that because that's somewhat like a stock, like it's residual income. Absolutely. A real estate stock.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We were talking about you. I hadn't even met you yet, but we were already talking about you and Michael being the head of, partnering up with you guys, being the head of that group with us and going into these towns. So we had just put a list together of where all of our kids are playing at, what those cities are. And I start doing the research on, well, what are the houses cost within a 1 to 3 mile radius of the schools. And I mean, you got some places we get, houses at $65,000 3-bedroom homes
or less,
right? And these kids,
my first rule in investment is even if the houses cost that amount at retail, don't buy retail. No. Market to those people that are in distress and get a house where you're walking into equity. That's the point of it all. A lot of people will do retail and still make money, but why not do better than that?
Right. And so that's what we've done with all the kids where we have student athletes at in some of these cities. Kids are like, hey, I want to move into a house. We got fraternity guys that want to live into the house. And so who better to do it? And so we spoke about you, and I'm glad he told you, because I was like, I got to call Huck back. I got to get him.
And these young people have money to spend to live.
Well, yeah. So my son, the University of Nevada does not have football dorms. So they have a financial planner, and they have apartments that they've partnered with, and your housing that's a part of your scholarship at Nevada is about $2,200. So yeah, so that's one athlete.
One athlete.
Yeah, so my son lives with 5 guys, 5-bedroom apartment that has its own bathroom. It's fully furnished. It comes in, and he pays his rent, lights, everything is all included. It's of that 22. It's right about $830. The rest of the money is pocketed. He buys his own food. Then he gets a cash card of food that he can spend on the campus and around like a 3-mile radius around University of Nevada called Wolfpack Bucks. And they just go to McDonald's and be like, here, I go to the school.
So what I'm saying, you just proved the business case. Literally that, what would you call it? College, what were you going to call it? College what?
Properties, Doc. College properties.
College properties. You guys form an MLP. And then have different REITs or whatever inside no REITs. MLPs attached to it, and go out and find distressed properties, 2-mile radius max from wherever the universities are, and just start acquiring. And then, Big E, if you guys have relationships, or you, Dejan, with colleges or football folks, you could funnel those kids into your properties.
Right. And
you get that locked in. So now you know what school, normal school is for football is what, like August? They come back in August?
No, so normal school is August, but you got to come in July to get these
So
plays.
let's say you're coming in July and school is over when? When is school over?
May 1st.
May.
So what is that? Is that 9 months?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
You literally are having a prepaid asset for 9 months and your whole year is already done.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Think like that.
And if you go into it with equity, that equity could be leveraged to eventually purchase a apartment.
Apartment.
And
So
so
you can do five properties, five properties and leverage that to use the equity to buy an apartment building for each city.
But I'm even thinking, let's say you have how many Dejan, how many student football athletes when they're coming to these schools are on scholarship? Percentage wise.
not a percentage. For football, there's 85 scholarship athletes.
And is that, do those scholarships include living, like your food or is it just books?
On Division I football players, if we went with Division I schools,
Right.
Division I football players have 85 scholarships on those teams. Those kids, all that scholarship is made up of 100% at a Division I A school, 100% of housing, food, books, tuition, everything.
I mean, that's your market. That's your
That
market.
doesn't even factor in the other sports.
No, and that,
I'm just asking about football. I
No,
mean,
Yeah,
when Coach James come at Cal Poly, the freshmen were getting 80% minimum of their scholarship paid. Housing is a part of that.
okay. So that means that the school is making a deal with some property owners,
If not doing
about students there.
Correct.
So, what you say, Big E? You got to turn your noise up, E.
No,
Turn
he-
your
My bad. Oh, can you hear me now?
yeah.
No, I was saying, Ty, you know what's the crazy thing is the school doesn't even necessarily make the deal per se, right? I mean,
Who makes the
I'm
deal?
telling you, man, because like I had to actually go find a place myself
Yeah.
when I wasn't living on campus anymore. But what you're talking about is phenomenal. So I mean, just an overall model right there, Deke, is crazy. You know, I mean, and Huck, if y'all finding them properties like that, man, like that shit's a gold mine. I mean, it's ridiculous. But more than that, you can empower these young men in ownership at the same time. And that's what we're here for, man, to create and make our people understand generational wealth and creating it, you know, like you said, Ty, into perpetuity, man. That's what this is. That's how we have to think.
Exactly.
Huck, they don't even have to be distressed properties, Huck. They could be, market rate.
Yeah,
That's facts.
But it's going to go up.
right.
It's going to go up. And having that fund, supports that. And so basically what I'm talking about, Huck, what's your wife's name?
Khadijah, I'm sorry. My wife's name is Khadijah.
hello, everybody.
Khadijah Harrison.
Khadijah Harrison. We're talking about fractional ownership, huh? We're talking about fractional ownership in perpetuity, Khadijah. So even after that student leaves, they can still get a residual check in perpetuity from the new guys coming in there and renting.
Right.
It's like a first market mover advantage type situation if you guys want to set that up.
And so last week we were in.
I like that.
Yeah, so last week we were at Huck. We were in Reno, and if you want to write that down and just look in Reno, Nevada, there's a ton. There was just so much stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." So they're building a lot in that particular area. So Huck, I want you guys to make sure we get your information on that. We may have investors, people that. I mean, my new friend Jamal got $400,000 laying around. He might want to buy some properties and that.
Dejan, Dejan, what you want to do is you want people to be a part of the fund.
Yes.
And the fund buys the properties by leveraging everyone's assets together, and they have a fractional ownership as a majority partner in the fund, but they have the minority control of it. So they take out a dividend once a quarter in this method. Khadijah, where'd she go?
Right here.
The reason why this fund is the MLP is so important is because you literally can take a quarterly dividend and not get taxed twice by having an overage of it. That's why the MLP is so unique. It was created by CPAs and attorneys. Like Halliburton's in it, and a few other large real estate concerns are in it, and defense contractors and oil and gas. But yeah, literally. So
who compiles this type of entity for this to happen?
You have to find an attorney in a state that offers this particular type of corporate entity. It's not in California. They have them typically in oil states. It might be in Texas.
That's what I would think.
ML, real estate and oil. And you all can easily set that up and have several people like James or Jamal. Is that it? Yeah, McCoy. Yeah, literally go in and be a part of that fund, being majority partners, but limited in control. So they're taking a quarterly dividend, and then you all, Dejan and Biggie, whoever, and Huck, be minority partners, but you have the control, and then consistently just having kids come through and owning fractional ownerships and having their payouts in perpetuity by new folks coming in.
Absolutely.
Got it.
That's
I like that.
Stuff. That's good. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, you got to give me a couple minutes real fast, man. Let me change positions real quick, and I'll jump back on. Just give me like about 3 or 4 minutes. I'll be right back. So,
okay, and I'm gonna just talk a little bit about and just thank Huck and Khadijah for that. I want to make sure we put their information in there. I have a ton of people that live in the Fort Worth area. My cousins live in Frisco, McKinney. They all out there. They may need some help. I know my cousin's grandmother on his side over here, they have a ton of property and people are getting older and they're moving. So we just have a conversation right now about what they're gonna do with her house. So I want to make sure he went to Muir. It's my cousin Nathan Rogers. So brother Nate, they just moved back. His mom passed and they moved back, and now they're taking care of grandfather passed, and she's getting older. A lot of property in McKinney, but they're from California. Like they live down there. So I want to make sure he hooks up with you. Just talking to him and his dad, they're there now. And so he has a house. Now they got grandma's house, and they like, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? So we want to make sure that stuff is there. The next thing, Cordell and myself, we are on here. Again, this is just another platform that I wanted to start for networking. We're going to be going on every bi-weekly on Thursday nights. I called another group of people. I want to make sure that all you guys stay apart. And if it's only 15 minutes, 20 minutes to be able to say, give your spiel about whatever your company is, so we can add more and more people. Your team name, Jamal, I want to understand that, because that's the team we want to come up under. Everybody that comes in here, if this is what they want to, if they're looking to do it, we want to be able to have it. This is the Blatchin Plan grocery store. Whatever it is, it's gonna come out of here, right? And we want to be able to, be able to do it. And if it leaves here, whatever it leaves here for, if we don't have it, we got to go find it, because we don't want it to leave this group. Okay. And so Cordell and I, we have a company called California Recruits, CA Recruits, soon to be Nationwide Recruits, because we have to have a national brand. We'll always have California Recruits, but we'll have that. What we do, we are a high school scouting and recruiting service. We help kids find scholarships. We help kids find scholarships in their particular sport. So we do football, basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever it may be. We are the landing place for those parents. Parents do not understand recruiting. Everybody thinks that their kid is the next Michael Jordan, or the next Kobe Bryant, the next whoever, and is going to the NFL, and they're going to go through the NFL, NBA, through USC, UCLA, or a big school. So what we do is we create profiles on our website, but we are boots on the ground, talking to coaches, college coaches, every single day, and we create a plan for everyone's kid that works with our service. Cordell handles the IE and half of LA. Daniel Terry handles the Valley and parts of LA, and I'm Central Valley all the way to the Bay. And then I take kids offline, whoever will, come in and do. So why this platform says California Recruits is what I do every day with the Zoom meetings and with our recruiting services. So you guys know kids that play sports, and parents are going, I'm trying to get a scholarship, and we're trying, parents are not spending the amount of money that we did research on parents spending from the age of 6 to the age of 17, 18, graduating high school, because our people don't save money to go to college. We spend money on registration, gas, pizza, cleats, and everything else to get our kids in college. They're spending probably anywhere from, it's almost close to $144,000 before a kid leaves high school that you pay from 6 to 18 years old. And if you count the gas, the games, the cleats, the registrations, the fundraisers, I'm just gonna say it, the extra 2-3 kids that spend a night at your house on Friday before the Saturday, Thursday before the Friday game, the food,
game meals, the whole nine.
Jamal, as a coach, I coach basketball, football, have a travel team, fees upon fees, but then when it's time to go to college, nobody has any money and they're looking for a scholarship. And so even with James, understanding my son had 9 offers. He committed the night me and James met each other at Cal Poly. But at the end of the day, we had spent all the money in the process of trying to get him the scholarship. So right now in a COVID year, us having a recruiting service has been phenomenal because the kids need an advocate because the colleges can't come out and see kids right now. They can't come on campus. So there's a lot of misnomers out there. We educate parents. Our biggest deal that we have to do is break parents down about who their kid is. So when we let you know that Johnny is not, he's not Michael, he's not Kobe, but he's going to play at an NAIA school in Texas or Kansas or wherever he's going to go and get his degree. That's our toughest job because everybody believes that their kid is the next. And but it's rewarding. 91% placement rate last year, placing kids. We just do well.
We've got to connect because I have a lot of head coach connections from friends, really good friends of head coaches at different universities. I've been the conduit for them trying to help find kids.
Okay.
We've got to definitely connect.
And so our website is up. I do Zoom meetings Zoom recruiting seminars every Tuesday, Thursday at 10 and 2. Every sport, basketball, baseball, football, volleyball. We are now in the business of signing up club teams, entire schools. High schools now are definitely looking for recruiting coordinators at these high schools now. James, you probably would never thought that a high school would want a recruiting coordinator at a high school, but now parents have gotten hip. It's not about winning the Valley Championship or the state championship. It's about winning scholarship. And
right, exactly.
The questions that parents are asking now is not, do y'all win games? Is how many kids did you get out last year? How many kids came out of this program? So now we're signing up private schools. I think Cordell has Olu. Last year I had Santa Margarita, and they were like, hey, we want to pay for, 38 of our seniors. We want you guys to be the service to help us get them out, because it's a recruiting tool for those schools to be able to say, we've got, 8 kids playing Division I football and the other 5 kids are playing NAIA D2. Well, oh, well, we won state. I got a ring at home right now. I can't buy nothing with it, but I got 2 kids. You know how much it costs to go to Cal Poly, and you know how much it costs to go to Nevada. I take the scholarship over that ring every day, all day. Doesn't matter.
How can we start a Texas chapter of that?
Yes, sir. Texas recruits all day long. Hey, everybody.
Absolutely. And I'm a Texas Southern alum.
Yeah. And so,
see, that's what this platform is for. I'm 25 years in college coaching, and I've been everywhere from the Big 12 all the way down to Division II school. So yeah, we'll definitely have to link up. Most of my teammates are high school coaches in the state of Texas.
So we want to, with Big E, with Max P, we have all these different companies and different things that we're doing. Big E's doing some other stuff, but with Max P, he's gonna let you guys know here in a second. He's got a gym coming in Arizona. We're gonna be going down there doing recruiting. We started azrecruits.com. So we got Arizona just opened up. One of the biggest things that happened in Arizona a year ago was they got rid of junior college football in the state of Arizona. So now in Arizona, those kids, if they don't get recruited out of high school to play Division I all the way to NAIA, there's no junior college platform. So there's a ton of kids in that area that we need to be able to help. And I said, hey, E, I got to open an office in Arizona and get a guy in Arizona. The other one, the number one man that before they were ever doing it, bringing guys from the island is on here with us. Coach Chuck was bringing them cats back in the 90s when nobody was doing it, and he's here now. And we want to have Coach Chuck work with California Recruits and become a liaison of bringing those kids like he did over to the States. But now, with St. Louis High School in Hawaii, and those guys are getting some recruiting going. But those high school kids that need to be here, we want to get them with host families and put them in homes and get them to the right high school so they can get recruited. Because can't wait to junior college. Now they got to go from Hawaii to a high school here and then get recruited right here. So that's what Coach Chuck and I and Big E are going to talk about with Cordell, because he's in Hawaii and everybody is looking for those kids. And then Cordell and myself, we got invited a year ago to Australia to do some camps. We want to go and do camps over in Hawaii, Australia, because there's a large population of Tongan Samoan kids in Australia playing rugby. And those guys were saying, hey, can you guys come? They want to come and play football. They don't really want to play. They play rugby but they don't have the money. So what they create at Modern Day and some of these other schools, big powerhouse schools, are what's called host families. And host families have an extra room. They bring those guys over. They get paid about $400 to $600 a month, which is no money to feed those guys, because they eat that $400-600 up by themselves when they come. But there's not enough schools and people that do it. So California Recruits, Nationwide Recruits, we're going to add a high school chapter to help those kids be seen and come over and help with host families. And Coach Chuck is our Hawaii connection. So Coach Chuck, real quick, and I'm gonna have Big E. Can you tell everybody what you're doing over there, man? We love and miss you, man. And I don't know, Huck, you remember Coach Chuck?
Yeah, I remember Coach Chuck.
All right. But Coach Chuck, can you talk to us about what you're doing over there? And I know I got all the information for you because Coach Chuck is hit me in the chat. He wants Tron. He don't care about nothing else right now. He wants Tron.
Hey, I got you, Coach Chuck. So as we get off here, we're gonna load up.
All right. But Coach Chuck, tell us how many kids your volume is on.
Hey, Dejan, quickly, while he's getting this volume together.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Coach Chuck. How you doing? Coach Chuck.
Can you guys hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep, we got you.
Wait a minute, hold on. You said you can hear me?
We got you, Chuck. Go ahead and spit it, man.
Okay, yeah. I'm actually back here in LA right now. I had to come back here for some health issues because I go to Cedars-Sinai Hospital. But all my dealings are still back in Hawaii. All our former players from PCC are still connected. I've got connections at every high school out there. I actually brought my nephew from Kahuku High School down to Cathedral when I was coaching O-line there. And Cathedral took care of everything, housing, food, and everything for free, bought his uniforms. So there's a lot of avenues that, I have connections with, but I'll be glad to, help everybody out. And I'm enjoying this little group here.
I guess Dejan left. The quick question I had, since I don't really know that much about recruiting, I understand a little about the pros. Is it possible to take your recruiting companies as you get the young men through college, at some point on the other end, one of you all may think about setting up an agency and becoming official sports agents, since you've already represented the young men from high school, got them scholarships, got them into the right schools, through college, so you know that young person, and then ultimately have a sports agency that you can market and get the best deal, the best bang for, kind of like Rich Paul does, getting the best bang for that college student who's being recruited and looked at by different sports teams. That's something, I don't know if you all have ever even thought about that. But
let me tell you right now, Ty, it's the most opportune time to do that, man, because so I started working with youth football players, right? So because I've watched them and grown them all the way from youth, right, and I've got relationships with them and their parents, that's absolutely something that I've been working on and just because the end all is finding an agent, right, is finding a guy from the legal standpoint just to represent and do the paperwork. But far as the other side of it is the guy that actually is the quote unquote face of it, to bring them to the agent to where, but I'm the face of it. All the agent does is essentially the paperwork, right? And just the legal side of it, which is, again, the heavy lifting is getting the kids there and having them sign with you.
You don't have to be
all the legal stuff.
Hey, so you know what? To piggyback on E, I actually work with somebody that, and I work hand in hand with that. People that come through our program, I guide them to him, and like Big E said, all he does is the paperwork. We do everything else, the marketing, the off the field, and all that. We just use him because he's a certified agent. We use him, and then other than that, we do the marketing and everything else, all the off the field stuff.
So an opportunity could be one of you all in your peer group, pick and choose one person or two people to push to become the legal agency. You don't have to be a lawyer. Just pick to be the agent. And now the CA recruits, Arizona recruits, every recruiting arm under that is a funnel that's funneling these people. So now when a parent comes to you with a junior high school young person and says, hey, my child is this, that, the other, and they're going, basically you all are a virtualized farm system through the agency piece. So
hey man, Ty, it's the truth. I'm sick of watching these Jews get rich off our backs, man.
Oh,
And that's just the fact because they run that shit, right? Them Jews run that shit and they do not need to run it. And all we have to do is just the process of just growing them up early and nurturing the relationship, man. So I tell people all the time, man, like these high school coaches, they game goofy in a sense. Like I'm like, why aren't you guys going to look at these kids when they're 6th and 7th and 8th graders?
Because they don't get paid to do it. They don't get paid to do it.
Exactly. Picking out the stars and then just harnessing a relationship from there on out. And then by the time they go to college, man, hey man, Coach E says it's so-and-so. Now again, to your point, Ty, hey man, and then throughout college, it's the simple thing. And then now there's a high degree of loyalty because you was the day one dude.
Yes.
And the Jew don't have to get the goddamn money.
As a matter of fact, you could call the agency day one agency, and pick and choose somebody in your group to set up a separate legal agency. Go get the sports agency thing. Rich Paul already went and did it. Our brother did it. They tried to have the Rich Paul rule. It's like, no. You don't have to go to law school. You don't have to be graduated from even college. Just understand, like the brother down here, Cordell said, they do everything for these children to get them ready, to get them to the next thing. I'm like, why are you giving away somebody all your work? Why not own the agency part so you can do the placement and get paid? That's my thinking.
I think one of the things that is based upon all these quote unquote rules that have been put in is that we have to just be careful that as we do this is, like you said, it's a whole nother agency, but it becomes that funneling system.
Exactly. It's another separate legal entity, and that legal entity cannot have access to those children, but he's still looking at them, and he knows they came through the day one agency, and it was California recruits, Arizona recruits, Hawaii recruits, whatever, has a relationship with day one agency. And day one agency, like Rich Paul just did a partnership with UTA. I don't know if you heard about that in Beverly Hills. The partnership. Yeah. So now he gets the funnel. He's in the conversation. He's in the room. Look, man, if you're not at the table in the meeting room when the agenda is being served up, you to lunch.
There it is.
Absolutely.
And you guys are funneling hundreds of young men and women, probably, I don't know, all sports, through this matrix to get them ready, and then you're just dropping them off. What? No. You need to win the ride too.
And that's
just my thinking.
Yeah.
Can I add to that, please, gentlemen?
Yes.
I feel the same way in terms of where they pick up after all the grunt work is put in. And I would love to, one way or another, and again, it's just being put on the table. I have a nonprofit called Sports Works. I raised my two nieces in the foster system, and from the foster system, to keep them from the foster system. But I always see the young gentlemen who are so gifted and talented in terms of sports, and they need that extra hand and that mentorships and that guidance so that they don't fall by the wayside. And if my nonprofit starts at junior high school, and if it can be something that in tandem could go with these foster youth that are so talented and so hungry, and they need that void filled as well, all the way and matriculate them through to college, that would be awesome.
Yes, we have attached to California Recruits. Cordell has a nonprofit. My nonprofit is the Man Up Foundation, life skills training. We do life skills training, power of a handshake, teaching these kids how to tie a tie, these young men. We work with about 43 young boys, single mothers with no fathers in the homes. We had to revamp what we did because a lot of people kind of wanted to make us quote unquote probation officers and all that. We wanted kids to wanted to be a part of the Man Foundation.
Absolutely.
And so as we changed it, we've done that, and that's a great segue into Big E and what he's doing, so we can get you guys out, and then we can get ready for the following Thursday. And I'll give the date. We want to have all you guys back. Those that are coming in late, we started at 7:00. This is the BlackShould.com on Black Should Plan networking, somewhat show and group. you can be a part of it. If you have a company or what you're doing, we want to share with you. Lastly, before we get to Big E, we do also in 2021, Cordell, the college athletes will be able to use their likeness. And so we started a subsidiary company called Brand You Online. So if any of you guys have a brand, a t-shirt, a cup, a whatever you have, we're going to be helping these young men brand themselves.
Young women.
They are now going to be able to make money off of their likeness. So give you an example. My high school basketball teammate, Brian Shane, is a business partner with Beast Mode. What's his name? The running back.
Marshawn
Lynch. They own about 18 apparel companies and different things. I know you remember him, Huck, Lil Brew, Asian kid. Used to design shoes for Nike and Adidas. Went to John Muir, played basketball with me. So Brian works with Marshawn. They own a company called Training Mass. They own Beast Mode. They own a number of different things. We're getting those kids, these high college athletes who have and Darnay's Chosen One brand. Those kids that have somewhere between 500 and 1,000 followers, we're getting them what's called merchandise deals so they can build their brand as they build the other brands of these other companies. So you have a t-shirt that you want this kid to wear. We have a kid in our Brand You Online service. That kid that has 3,000 followers will get a merchandise deal of, let's say, $3,000. He's not getting money, he's getting merchandise. He's going to wear that merchandise. He's going to promote that merchandise on his platform, whether it be Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. He's going to get a actual discount code on his Instagram or her Instagram. When people click and buy that on that Instagram and build up that brand, we go back to that brand and go, now this kid now not only helped your brand, but helped his own brand and added another 1,000, 2,000 people to his followers. And with that, now he's going into his second, third year, going into the NFL. Time to get some more money or more merchandise deals. So we learned those merchandise deals when we didn't even know what we were doing with Harlan, with Vaughn. Vaughn gets a merchandise deal, doesn't get any money, but Reebok gave him a catalog. Remember, we used to shop out the catalog, $25,000. Guys can't spend $25,000 in t-shirts and shoes. And he used to just give it to us. And we would order shirts and starter stuff and, whatever it may be. But now that's coming down to college and high school now. And even high school. A lot of you guys, Cordell, what's the kid's name? All the commercial, Little Bunchy.
Yeah.
Little Bunchy's the kid is doing the Super Bowl commercials and the commercials with quarterback from the Seahawks. I must be getting sleepy. Russell Wilson. So these guys are doing this stuff, but his brand is being built right now. So that's our next platform of doing that. Of course, we want to do that with Ty because we don't know how to add all that stuff on Instagram and connect these companies. But it's time, as you guys talked about that, time for our kids to get paid on their likeness. And thanks to Mr. Ed O'Bannon for going and suing the NCAA for his likeness being used on the basketball game. And, he got those guys paid.
Look, man, these young Black kids need to own their own brands. And then the Reeboks, Adidas, Nikes, they come in and do a distribution deal with them for their brand. So the child or the young person owns their intellectual property. And then the distributor is paying them to have access to their property to distribute it. You got to flip it on its head. It's about ownership and control.
Poise. Tell them what Poise is, Ty.
Poise, P-O-I-S-E. Producer, owner, investor, saver, entrepreneur. You take a young woman or man who's in 11th or 10th grade and they're doing their social media thing and they already have a following. Why are you giving away the cow? You don't give away the cow. You license the milk and you own the cow. You license the milk, meaning you license your likeness to a Reebok, a Adidas, a Nike, whatever, and you flip it literally on its head. So instead of it being like this, you're flipping it upside down saying, look, the young person owns their likeness, their image in perpetuity forever. And you, Adidas, Nike, whoever, are paying rights, a licensing right to access that child for a period of time. And they get a one-time big upfront payment and they get residual income in perpetuity, but the child owns their own likeness of everything they have.
So that's why, not to cut you off, Ty, but so that's why Prince was the artist formerly known as Prince, because they owned him.
They own that name, they own the likeness. You look, Black people just in this country we create culture. Everything that we do, from ideas to innovation, to whether it's sports, entertainment, monetary, we create it or fund it, but yet are too quick to give away the cow, give away all of the substance of it all, and then be happy to get a paycheck.
Yep.
So my whole focus is own everything. And if someone wants to partner with us as a brand, as a company, then they pay the toll road to get across, to have access to that for a limited period of time. You don't sell the cow. The cow keeps making milk in perpetuity. You license access to that. So you got a kid, Dejan, or what's the brother, Cordell? You got young people in your sphere of influence that have numbers, 500,000, 250, 750,000 followers on what they're doing. They create their own brands, and then you say, "All right, Mr. Nike, Mr. Reebok, this is how we're gonna do this right here. We're going to give you the opportunity to be attached to this brand and to put your swoosh or your marks attached to this kid for a period of time. And for that, it's going to cost you this. Plus, we want a piece of however many units are sold in perpetuity, and we want a quarterly accounting on your dime for that."
Yep.
That's how you do that.
Yep. So with that, Big E,
Deacon,
we're gonna have you close the night, Big E. Eric has a number of companies. He has a number of companies. I did not want him. I want him to be able to tell you guys this as we close this session down. He's the last Black Action Plan speaker of the night, but I want him to talk about nonprofit. He has become a guru to me with the nonprofit, but along with his companies and what he's been doing, so he can help our viewers and those that'll come back and watch this entire show in how to do that. We are going to have a session with E, helping people get their nonprofit going. But I want him to, kind of go into what he does and how it can help you and your community. All right, so go ahead, and I'm gonna step away.
Sure. And I know it's getting late, so I'm. It sounds like Dejan said we're gonna kind of go into it later, but Eric Muhammad, it's definitely a pleasure to meet y'all. Ty, do not, Ty, go to sleep, because I'm calling you when we're done so we can get this business handled. Also, Jamal, and please do not go away. James, I get to get y'all on the phone very shortly. But to say the absolute least, what I started to do probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I sacrificed, and I mean, we were really doing the best that we could out of our heart and what we had out of our pocketbook, me and my wife. And we basically, I just developed a big passion towards working with kids after working and coaching youth football. And then you fast forward, a lot of those kids that we worked and coached with end up getting scholarships. But during that time that I was working with those kids, I started a nonprofit called the Maximum Potential Foundation. The Maximum Potential Foundation is just really simply that. I just wanted to build a foundation to help kids reach their maximum potential. And it's always been a passion of mine. I didn't know that I would have such a passion to just to working with young kids and to help and facilitate their futures. But it really developed something that was really, really burning in me. And ultimately, what I was able to do is kind of segue that into companies and building some companies that, you know, are now really growing right in front of my eyes. It's really crazy. But suffice to say, nonprofits, family, I really encourage anybody that's on here to have a nonprofit organization. Now, Khadija, I'm gonna pull your coattail, and I'm gonna pull a coattail of a few people, because I hear a lot of people say a lot of times that they have a nonprofit, and I laugh and I make a joke. But the fact of the matter is a lot of people don't have an actual nonprofit. So what I mean when I say an actual nonprofit, it's an IRS recognized nonprofit. Now, Sister Khadija, you may very well have a nonprofit that is IRS recognized, so I'm not essentially poking at you in essence, but what I'm saying, I hear that often from people, right? Yeah, I got a nonprofit, but the fact of the matter is, if it's not an IRS recognized nonprofit, I'm telling you, really don't. Subsequently, there is a lot of money available for nonprofits. Listen, Donald Trump said he paid $700 and something thousand in taxes. I can guarantee you, and you can take this to the bank, most affluent, wealthy people have nonprofit organizations that they own that just simply funnel money from their nonprofits to their profitable business, top profitable businesses or business. Ty, am I correct when I say that, Ty?
100%.
Thank you.
What?
Yes. So understand that there's a lot of value in having one. So Jamal and his wife.
NFL was a nonprofit up until recently. The
Absolutely.
NBA and MLB are nonprofits.
Absolutely. And since we were just talking about it, the NCAA is a nonprofit Ponzi scheme that steals likenesses all day, every day, any given time. And it is a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. Yep. And it's really a legal racket that they've designed.
I feel nonprofit is an oxymoron, actually, because it is for profit at the end of the day.
Well, it's just
about Sister Khadija.
It's where you reallocate money back to, like the building.
Exactly.
It is essentially a giant shell game in essence, right? And that's why you have somebody. See, I've never been a black man that hated on the rich. You hear like, oh man, well they're making all. Man, I don't give a goddamn, man. Like Trump, I need to know what Trump is doing, and I need to have access to those type of accounts.
That's it.
It's period point blank. And I think that we, of course, go into things emotionally, like just charged up, and we don't even understand that you was just given a whole lot of game. So instead of approaching it in a sense of combating and going into it with a combative mentality, well, hey man, I need to find out what he's doing. You get what I'm saying? And
it gets me excited to know that that's possible.
Absolutely. So when I say that, so just for example, if you put my number in, if you could see it at the very bottom, it says the Maximum Potential Foundation. Can y'all kind of see that?
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to the IRS, and let's just say I go to Nordstrom's, for example, or I go to Nordstrom's website and I'm looking for nonprofit money, when I put my tax ID number in, all my information automatically populates into their system. So in essence, that's a vetting system. So when you do this, it doesn't take a whole lot of time. I flew out there, me and Dijon was doing some business. So I flew to Bakersfield. I talked to Dijon. We set his nonprofit up, and now he's waiting for his determination letter to return. So once he gets his determination letter, his IRS determination letter, now that's a different situation. Ultimately, let's just say, Sister Khadija, Brother Mike, y'all you start to get into six figures. Things look very different now from the tax standpoint. Ty, you could attest to that. I mean, things change dramatically, right? So in essence, what you can do is now you start to change, and now Huck and Khadija, guess what? What you do is you start to write checks to your nonprofit. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It all stays in house. That's how they do it, man.
Or they start. And by doing that, they're lowering their tax liability for the money for the for-profit entity.
But that's where you start having your retreats per se in your business type of things, correct?
Yes. Buildings, and you can buy lots of things. I'm gonna put this link in the chat for us, so you can see what my man E is talking about. Oh yeah, I'm all on that page.
Man, because I want everybody here to understand how important this is, because I started a foundation for my daughter. I called it the ASM Foundation, the Alea Shahana Muhammad Foundation, right? So again, so for her, it's something that's in trust and will actually be in trust. In fact, and like you said, to the term that you use, into perpetuity, to where she's got something that she can hold on to, and she can use that and segue that into her future. But I really encourage every Black people. It costs $275 to go on and apply for this. You just go through and you do the simple stuff with your local, under your state, apply for the article of his organization, corporation, whatever you have to do. And then what you do is, again, it's just a process. So the process looks like this for me. So I went and got a personal mailbox, UPS store, whatever it is. I got on like GoDaddy, bought a phone number to attribute to that nonprofit, right? So my phone number and then my address is in there. So I have a separate address. I really don't like mail coming to my house anyway, period, point blank. But ultimately, I think it's a good idea to always have a mailbox someplace else. So with that mailbox, now you have a separate address, you have a separate phone number, you have a separate, essentially an entity that you created. Now you go back to irs.gov, right? And then you put all the information in, and then you do. So what I've done is I've just very simply went in and did what's called a 1023 Easy. A 1023 Easy form is completed on pay.gov. And I'm running through a family just to tell you, just give you the crux of it and how simple it is. So you go on, you fill out the 1023 Easy form. That's it. 1023 Easy simply means that you're going to be getting less than $50,000 that year, and you won't, no one will be getting paid through the entity, right? It's very simple. And there's a little bit more detail involved on the site, but suffice to say, family, is that it's very important. Ty put I'm not sure what the link was Ty put up, but I'm just telling you right now, I'm sure what he put up is extremely informative about how you can play the shell game with your nonprofit organization and your profitable organization. I'm telling you right now, if you do not do that, particularly if you start to go into the 6-figure realm or even the upper 5 figures. Ty, are you going to say something?
Can I just show you what you're talking about? I put a chart to it.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely would need to.
Here you go, guys. Take a look. Can you see that screen? Can you see that screen?
I can see it, yes.
I can see it. I can see it.
So literally, what we did was each box represents a legal entity, and each black line represents a legal demarcation. So over here in bucket A, the green one, we call that the asset bucket. That's your offshore blind irrevocable trust. Cayman Islands, Bermuda, Malta. That's where you put all your IP, all your intellectual property, and all your real property deeds in that bucket. Bucket number B, we call that the asset bucket also. That's where you set up your LLC, your holdings company, that's also offshore. Bucket number C is your foundation, your nonprofit. And bucket number D, the red one, is your for-profit. So literally, all of my assets are in bucket A. Bucket B, my holdings company. So any for-profit entity I have, it has to pay a licensing fee, this arrow over here, to access that asset. The asset is released into bucket B. Bucket B releases the asset temporarily. This is the licensing of the milk, not the cow, into marketing, whatever that IP is. We have investors right here that pay money to set up this shell. And here we go. Accounts receivable, when money comes in, when we receive money coming into the entity. Wait, hold on. I can't answer that. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I can't talk to that person. When money comes in, oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me shut that. Where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? Thank you. Go back to, where were we? We were.
I like how you got that quadrant down there. I see that quadrant, Ty. I get it.
Robert T. Kawasaki, baby, all
Yeah,
day.
man.
Where did I put that? That's the dashboard. I was coding something. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah. So literally, when we receive money coming into our entity, when we get paid for commercializing our asset, we receive the money into our foundation, the nonprofit, bucket number C, the blue bucket. In this foundation, we set up educational facilities, healthcare, property, medical, real estate, schools. Then we pay our investors a 1 to 5% ROI in return. And then in bucket D, we pay all of our expenses. So we leave no money in there to pay the government.
Absolutely.
And then in bucket number C, we transfer all the assets to our offshore blind irrevocable trust. Over at the bottom, we have licensees for which called royalties. And then whenever an outside company wants to pay a royalty for us, we put that revenue goes right back into the offshore blind irrevocable trust. When you make revenue off of your assets offshore and you repatriate those assets to America, you are only paying 15% tax as opposed to 35% tax like everybody else.
Understand, you guys. Again, so in essence, as you see, if you know, just as illustrated by the arrows, it's just a shell game.
That's all it is.
I just tell people all the time, you don't have to. It was just like Jamal and his wife was saying, and Brother James, like, and I'm very like, again, back to what I was saying about when Ty called me, like, okay, Ty, I got the bread, I'm gonna learn about it later, right? In essence, if for this situation right here, I stay in my lane, man. I'm not going to get into all this kind of stuff. Guess what? This is what accountants are for. But it's a simple model that anybody, like, you know, once you understand this very simple model and how it goes and the game that you can play with it, you can save yourself a tremendous amount of money and time. Subsequently, you can earn money through, again, it's a kind of a funneling system essentially. And this is exactly what's going on, but it just turns into a shell game.
I'm not a lawyer or an accountant or a CPA. Just wanted to say that.
Okay, now and then, Ms. Muhammad, the thing about this to me, like you say, I am a master delegator. You want to, you know, have who knows what they're doing those types of things. But it's also, I feel, important to us with our race to be familiar with this, because this is how we have people of other melanin levels get us for our money. You know what I'm saying? So even though I don't,
Sister Khadija, but here's the main, and you're 100% correct. But here's the biggest premise of this is what I've understand. I was able to, now me and my wife, I started a business called Cool Keepers. So Cool Keepers, all Cool Keepers is, it is going to be a company to where we're just selling coolers, high performance coolers like Yetis and canopies. So I call it Cool Keepers, right? Mm-hmm. We now bi-monthly, I'll have containers coming over from China. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that funding, I had to build up to that point. But guess what? I was able to use that money. And again, back to what Ty's saying, see, I'm just able to toggle it around. And then at the end of the year, hey, I'm letting white folks or black folks, whoever it is, that's my accountant, figure that all that out that he just discussed, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you pay them for. But what he just illustrated to us is a very simple thing to do. But if it's not in place legally, because there's so many companies that are out there that have to allocate these funds. I'm telling you right now, it is unbelievable how much money that these companies have to allocate towards nonprofits. And this is a vetting system. So if your name is not on that irs.gov, when they go in and search it and you put your tax ID number in, you out of the game. Walmart, for example, has if you go, anybody can go search it. Walmart has what's called a community grant program.
Sure.
I can go in and put my tax ID number into that community grant program and it'll populate again, which again, that's the vetting. So it lets them know that, hey, I'm in the game. And then within about, I think you can apply for up to 20 grants locally. So I can go to 20 different Walmarts or apply for grant money for 20 different Walmarts for my program. I took kids on college tours. I took them out to UCLA, USC, if you go to my page, the Maximum Potential Foundation, I was able to do that stuff because of that grant money. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
And again, a lot of times I did have to, because of my position at that time, hey man, like I had to, borrow from Peter to pay Paul. But in essence, I was able to, because of me being able now to put myself in a position to where I was able to get this Trump money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm,
I'm telling you, man. See, our people, we get so stuck in the stupidity and the dumb shit. And all we got to understand, I'm telling you, I told Deke, I'm not even getting ready to put it out here on social media about how much money I got from Trump money. But trust me in what I'm telling you. When you 60% of that PPP loan, we was me and my wife wrote check. We got checks, man. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
As you should have.
As we should have, Brother Ty. But I'm just telling you all is that's money that goes out of the window that ends up being into, some bullshit that does not get back to us, is that we have to learn how to and be willing to capitalize off that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
It doesn't take a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Hey, this Cordell. Hey, can I get with you tomorrow so we can discuss some things?
Absolutely. I'm up at 4:00 in the morning, Brother Cordell. Call me, man, because to me it's very important that this kind of stuff particularly gets to our people, man. It's not. And again, Ty, thank you so much for putting that up there, man. And if you can email that to me as well, Ty,
I like that email too, please.
Just so we get an understanding of it.
Oh, I see it.
In the chat window, that's the link to it.
You put it in there.
Perfect.
Right there.
But that's gonna go away. I needed to.
Hey, guys, this me and Ty probably meet, and any of us can meet. But me and Ty probably meet 3 times a week on a Zoom. We'll just get on the phone, and I'm not letting them get off the phone. Like, we gotta get on the phone, get on the Zoom. I'm sitting in front of. So this is what
I got stuff to do. I got India. My whole dev team in India right now. It's 10 a.m. in India right now. I'm waiting to talk to my team that's waiting on me. I got a team.
Hey, and you know what's so crazy is
waiting on me right now.
You know what is crazy is these goddamn Chinese has been blowing my phone up. I'm looking at messages right now about stuff about my orders from overseas. It's crazy. So I gotta deal with them when I get off the phone. But I'm telling y'all, family, this is a very important thing that you do that. Go to irs.gov. I'm happy to walk you through the process. It's a very simple process. But I'm telling you right now, all that fucking money that's going out the door is really unnecessary. And I'm telling you, it gives you an ability to actually build wealth and build wealth for your children if you really understand. See, when you go look at the Clinton Foundation, and when you go look at who was my Bill Gates Foundation, when you look at all this stuff, and I'm sure if when you go to very rich people, Trump, same shit, man. These motherfuckers been paying themselves checks, man. Out of that.
Look, the link I just showed you all, that's Microsoft. If you understand the hustle, that's Microsoft. If you you understand the NFL, well, let me put it back up again. Where is it? If you
I gotta get out of here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, Deke, I appreciate y'all letting me on, but Deke, I want to tell you, I need you to show me how to do this for my going raw with her.
Oh, I got you. I'll do a whole tutorial. I'll call you tomorrow. We can do it.
Do you have a website?
Me?
Yes, sir.
I put them in the
Yeah.
I wrote them down.
I was late. I came in late. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss that.
Hey, D. John, let me just say this real quick, and I'm gonna be done, man. But I'm telling you right now, with all that we were given from Ty and Brother James, man, and man, I'm telling you right now, this nonprofit thing is a quintessential piece to what we're trying to build. I'm telling you right now, it is very, very important because there's a lot of money that will go out the door otherwise. So if anybody needs, I can probably walk you through the process and get it set up for you within an hour. It doesn't take any time.
Yep. And so what I want to say to everybody, bi-weekly, 7 o'clock, I will push it to 6 if you guys want to.
No.
We got-
No.
okay, 7 o'clock. I like to make sure we get some other people. We get some other people on. I got insurance guys. I got financial planner guy. So we want to add people to the group, and we want to continue to come on. We want to have a sense of accountability, and here's what that means. In this sense, we're going to do this on a webinar basis where it allows you to charge everyone $1. And why we do this, and this is something that you guys brought up his book I was looking at. If people don't want to pay $1 to get good information, like this, they're not people that we want to work with.
Period.
Bottom line. So I told E, I said, is it $5? Because we paying for Zoom, we paying for whatever. He said, nah, I said $1. Because I'm thinking of movie trading places. It's just $1 bet.
They go to the 99-cent store to pick up junk all day already.
All day. And all it is accountability. You want to weed out the people. You guys did a great way of weeding out the people. Is that a Ponzi scheme? Is that a pyramid? Sounds like this. When we start talking about Tron, boom, it was gone. The person that asked it, they were off.
Good.
Because people don't want to be accountable. They don't want to pay for anything. And we have to change that. Biggest thing I do in the morning, I get up at 4, I pray, I do my meditation. I call Big E. E, what we talking about today? I need positive energy. What I want to leave with y'all today is, hey, when we wake up in the morning, God blesses us, do not start with anything negative. Start off talking positive. What are we doing today? I call E. I say, hey, what about this? This is what we're doing. I'm excited for this meeting tonight at 7. This is what we're doing. Ty, what are we doing?
Real talk.
As soon as it becomes negative, let's go. Let's get up. Because we cannot, my goal is $1,000 a day. Right now, I don't know, somebody might say, D, that ain't nothing. I know for me, it's $1,000 a day. I cannot make $1,000 a day starting off at 4 when I wake up, 5 o'clock, go from there to the gym. I went to the gym today. I want y'all to know. I weighed myself and was like, this is a goddamn shame. I used to fly over the rim like I did. That scale said what it said. So I went to the gym and I joked today because don't nobody, when your kid does not believe you play ball and he be like, Dad be lying. It's over. So it's got to be positive, man. I want this show or this platform, I want all of us positive, bring other people in. I'm going to thank everybody. Cordell, James, my guy, you said I knew who he was.
Yeah, I told you that. Hey, James, I'm glad you guys were able to make it, James.
Hey, I see y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to get at y'all.
All right, man. I know it's late in Texas.
DJ, bless you.
Bye, everyone. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. Hey, man, how did you know that Crump stuff? So all I want to make sure, man, is that we do this again, not next Thursday, following Thursday, 7 o'clock. We want to bring everybody back. Somebody bring something. We want to bring something new to the table. If you heard something, you heard something, or you hear about something new that's out there that you can bring to the group that we can get involved in, let's do it. Let's share that information. And then our goal, because we don't ever want to leave here without an actual plan, because this Black Action Plan is to bring 1 or 2 other new people to the next Thursday's group that brings something new to the thing, because we want to be learning. It's something that y'all want to do that y'all don't know about right now. And you're like, man, who can I get that can teach that? So I got an insurance guy coming because I just told Eve what an IUL was the other day, an Index Universal Life policy. So I'm going to bring somebody in that's going to talk about that to help us understand that, right? So the Tron, I'm on the Tron like yesterday. So I got to call E tomorrow in the morning. That's my positive thing. E, my Tron.
Hey, E, You on everybody's menu, huh? E?
Uh,
Cause I got you tomorrow too.
Hey man, hey, let me tell you, I'm telling you, Cordell, man, I just want to be a conduit, man, just so I can just be a better brother, man, a better servant. And man, I'm just here, man, to listen and observe and just, and just soak it up, man. But of course, man, just spread the love in the best way possible, man.
Yeah, well, I thank you.
No, my pleasure.
Appreciate y'all, definitely.
Have a good
So,
night. Y'all see my eyes ain't never been this little. I'll talk to y'all.
Yes, they have. Stop lying.
Have you seen me up this late before? But bless you guys. I'll talk with you guys later.